Om Sadguru Bhagwan Ki Jai Shiva. We are taking the 17th part of this book. As you all knows that these 100 departments of your unconsciousness, or these 100 bunch of your internal impressions which is completely against your enlightenment or completely against your consciousness, they want make you slave of the Maya. They don't want to aware you in the central part of your consciousness that is called Atma. They don't want to awake you in the extreme awareness, Atma Jnana or supreme enlightenment. So these are the not name of the Kauravas. These are the name of internal unconsciousness factors, drawbacks of the forces of the Maya which make a big hurdles and boundaries in front of your path of liberation. So we are taking the next name of the Kaurava, that is the name is Dhanugrahi. Dhanugrahi, it means Dhana Agrahi Ahi. It means Dhanu Ugra Ahi. A person feeling inside the attachment and attraction about the money, treasure, goods, houses, cars, facilities, luxuries, and the accumulation, more and more money, more and more goods, more and more houses, more and more cars, and more wealth. That internal seed and that internal extremely force of the hunger is called Dhanu Agrahi. Dhana, it means money. Ugraha, it means very extremely furiously and very powerfully and uncontrolled. Ahi, it means that is like a snake like grid, and snake like anger. In the past time, the person, the Banjaras, they put their treasure in the forests and in the barren lands. They put their a soul in the form of the snake, or their persons of that group, they die because they are actually greedy of the money. They become a snake and live there. And many stories and many comics and many examples in the holy books, they are unanimously tells that a person, if very high class, greedy of money, he will go in the life of the snake. So the internal stage of the money hunger is called Dhanu Agrahi. Dhan Ugra Ahi, Dhanu Agrahi, Dhanugrahi. My dear friend, even your internal sensory setup or your antakaran take the birth of the snake, but you are completely made, you are completely lover, you are completely attractive to the money, to the wealth. My dear friend, even you are seeing day to day that your neighbors, your relatives, your friends, your enemies, they are all dying day to day. They are dying, and you are going in the funeral different type of persons. but you never think that you will be die one day. You never think that this money will useless in the peak of the point of the death or after the death. But every teaching is meaningless for you because this unconsciousness, because this thrust, internal thrust, because this internal innate tendencies to accumulation, the money, achievement of the treasure. You never stop. My dear friends, your mind gives the argument that without money, without treasure, without house, without facilities, how you can live and how you can serve to others. My dear friend, but you do not know that money is the tool. Money is only ladder. Money is only the basic and it should need a small amount to live you. But you have accumulate unnecessary things, unnecessary money, and in the Patanjali says aparigraha. But you do not notice the teaching of the gurus, teaching of the holy persons, teaching of the enlightened persons. My dear friend, nowadays a fool say in the quotation, the money is not God, but money is equal to God. Money is not less than God. And why he don't not say? Because your Dharma Shastra, your holy books also admiring money. Because in your holy books, somebody polluted the basic fundamental principle, divine norms. I am putting an example of that a quotation of that a verse. Your artificial or your fake gurus or your fake religious persons, they even today they are giving the importance of the money. And many of them, they are living like a emperors, like a king, like a very, very rich persons. Fortunately, in this time, the Ujjain has a Kumbh Mela Singhasta. And I am seeing in the newspaper the aristocracy of the sants and gurus. Many have the Audi car, many have the Jaguars, Jaguars. The car is starting for 19 lakhs rupees. Many have the throne of the gold, the throne of the silver. Not only in the social field or in the general person, if you are spiritual persons, they are giving the importance to the money. Then why the society will give up the money? My dear friends, it is okay then you are feeling very hot temperature and you have to do some work. So you need rest. You cannot live in the temperature because the climate is changed. There is no forest. You can use the cooler, you can use the refrigerator, you can use the air conditioner. But if you are sleeping on the golden bed and you have the many costly cars and you have the many bungalows and ashrams and etc., that is not good. This is not good. My dear friend, I am putting that example of the verse. Vidya dadati vinayam. It is okay. Vidya dadati vinayam. But the Vidya always not dadati vinayam. Because the Vidya is Atma Jnana. And Atma Jnana, sometimes the Guru use the hard words beyond the politeness. Vinyadhyati patratam. But in the general field, a person is good, well educated and well known how to speak to others. He speaks very politely, very softly, very melodiously, very sweetly. So, by this sweet introduction and sweetly talking and very, very nicely behavior, that give the patratam. Patratam means vinyadhyati patratam. Patratam, it means the society and your surrounding persons, they think that you are an able person. So your all ability is outer ability, not inner ability. And patratam dhanamapnoti. And when you get this patrata, it means you have capable to a post, capable to a prime position, you are capable to a good business, you are capable for any things in the society. Then what? Dhanamapnoti. Then you will get money. So the intention is this stanza is scoring the money, not scoring the jnana. And last, dhana dharma tatastukam. And if you have money, then you can follow the dharma. I want to say, which dharma is followed by the money, that is not dharma, that is adharma. But this stanza is very famous in the Niti Shastra. Adhana dharma tatasukam. If you have that dharma, that you will get sukh. It means you get pleasure. So your pleasure which is comes by the which dharma, where that dharma you can purchase by the money, that is not pleasure, and that is the only comfortability in the society. My dear friend, I am not opposing money, but I am opposing the dhanu grahi. It means dhanu ugra ahi. I am opposing that persons, they are accumulating unnecessary, unwanted, unuseful stuff of the money and the goods. So I am supporting the aparigraha. And the opposite of the aparigraha, that is the dhanu agrahi. And dhanu agrahi is the father of the corruption. And dhanu agrahi is the father of the robbery. And dhanu agrahi is the father of malicious commercial activities. And dhanu agrahi is the father of economic crimes. So the Gita says in the first stanza, and second part of this stanza, Mamaka, the Dhanu Agrahi is the son of the Dhritarashtra. It means that your all the wealth grid and all the greediness of your goods and other things, that comes by your ajnana, that comes by your illusion of Maya, that comes by your internal blindness, and that is the brother of your ego. That is the brother of your ego. So, this verse says, Vidya dadati vinayam, vinyadyati patratam, patratam dhanamapnoti, dhanat dharma tatasukam. And this verse says that your religion is depend on money. In your religion, the money is the prime position. Your religion never putting the internal awareness prime position, seeking prime position, love prime position, because by love you cannot show in the society anything. By awareness you can not show anything in society. Internal awareness is cannot see anyone. But by the money you can do any propaganda. So your religion, all the religions, not one religions, they are based on the money. So in the Vatican City you can see the popes are very rich persons. So you see, in the Saudi Arabia, when every Muslims goes for Hajj, that Saudi Arabia is a rich country because he governed the Islamic religion. When you see Shirdi, when the Baba was gone and the completely Shirdi was captured by organized economic oriented Dhanugrahis, and they are making they already make the throne of the gold. But these type of temples, Shirdi, even the Siddhi Vinayak, even the Venkatesh Balaji and the others, they never mind the poor person is living a hell-like life. They are accumulating money. So there's the base of the dharma is money. So you can see, I am giving you example. Recently I see, it is not book but I am telling, recently I see in the Latur, there is a very deficit of the water. There is no drinking water. Person is dying and person is caught in the infections to drinking polluted water. But the Siddhi Vinayak, the Venkateswar Balaji, the Shirdi, they have no notice any disaster. The tsunami has came. All the India, all the world help the tsunami victims. The earthquake came in the Nepal. Many person, many countries help that in earthquake. But the religious mischief mongers, they are still Dhanugrahi. They do not want to sacrifice the money of the devotees in the service says. The service. In the Kumbh Mela, the 3 days before, there was a storm and the rain and thunder and many pandals and many camps was destroyed. The Babas have millions of rupees. They have billions of rupees, but they are asking to the government for the repair. They are aggressive to the government. My dear friends, religious person never aggressive, but unfortunately this biggest force, Dhanu, Ugra, Ahi, so the religious persons also become like the snake like possessiveness with the money, as the snake has a money, and if you go the near of that money, snake will bite you, snake will die but never leave that money. So the pranas, the life is centered towards the money. Money and money, that is the same. I think the money word will be go by the money. The structure of the English If you will keenly study, then you will be find that money word must be go by the money of the snake. So this Dhanu Agrahi is very, very important, and I am telling because I want to break this shell of ignorance and darkness and illusion of the Maya, because if any person is going towards the God, he not must be Dhanu Agrahi. My dear friends, in your society the money comes first and the religion and the spirituality comes second, your divinity comes second. Person, those are poor, they have never counted in the religions. Persons, those are rich, they are counted in the religions. Rama, by the son of a king Dashratha, you respect Rama very, very much. The Krishna, by the king of the Dwarka, you respect Krishna very, very much. But why don't you not respect the Kabir like Rama? Because Kabir by the son of the poor family. It proves that you are really the worshipper of the money and the treasure. Why don't you not make the temples of the Kabir by the highly indicted person? Why do not you respect the Ravidasa like Rama and Krishna? Because Ravidasa was not blind person, he was a supreme enlightened person. If this example is proof that you are respecting the money, not respect the spirituality or religion. My dear friends, the Vasishtha is admired that he was the guru of the Rama. The Sandipani is a prideful person that he was the guru of the Krishna. If you are the guru of a big person, rich person, king, then you can take the prime position in this society. Otherwise, if you are the guru of poor person, nobody will accept you and nobody will respect you and nobody will hear you. That is your money oriented religious arrangement. And this is a very big loophole, and this is your main cause of blindness and your main cause of unpleasantness and main cause of your sorrow of this society. Because the enlightened person never attract the money, enlightened person never think about the money, and enlightened person always you will see he is living in the poor like life, like Kabir, like Ravidasa, like Namdev Dharji, like the Kumbha Kumhar, like the Guru Nanak. My dear friend, I am not criticizing, but I am giving you the light that Gita says. The Kaurva's name says, Dhanu Ugra Ahi. Please never be like an aggressive lover of the wealth. My dear friend, I am the residence of the Guna, and there is the Jain Dharma temples, Thuvanji, and many temples there. So I see the Sanatan Dharmis, they write on the walls in the Diwali, first Shubh, then Labha. But I see the other person, they write first Lava, then Shubha. And you want to money anyhow, even he is coming in the pure sources or dirty sources. That's why you are so greedy of money. So you are cutting the cows in India and exporting the meat of the cow foreign. Oh my God. If you are cutting the cow, that your any religious activity will never take any fruit, never give you the result. In which country? The cow, the holiest mother of the Sanatan Dharma, if the cutting, then you will never get any response of your all religious practices. Unfortunately, if you see the survey of the owners of the shelter house of the cows, then you will be see the maximum owner of the slaughterhouse of the cows, not shelter, slaughterhouse of the cows. You will be found they are most renowned person of your religious groups. So you are never think about anything. You are never think about the Shubha. It means the purity. You are think only Labha. You are think only interest. You are only thinking benefit. It proves that you have not religious person. You are completely blind persons. You are completely blind persons. My dear friend, this is the general innate tendency of a person. If he get lot of money, he give up the humanity, he give up the morality, he give up the religiousness, he give up the mercy, he give up every good thing. He do negativity. He has no any fear of the society then, because he is the higher cadre person. He is the high society person. He never mix up general person. He goes by the aeroplanes. He stays in 7-star hotels and motels. What he is eating, nobody knows. That's why the money comes unnecessary. He brings many psychological, physical, mental, emotional and spiritual diseases and drawbacks. My dear friend, if a person is going in the street and he found 5 or 10 rupees, he become honest. He asks, oh, who dropped these rupees? Please take it. And he say, oh dear, take this money and drop in the temple's donation box. And he feel he is very honest. He is very honest. But he found 2,000, 10,000 rupees bundle in the street. He just drop his handkerchief and he just sit down and take that money immediately and see here and there. Nobody is seeing. And somebody see, he say, oh, I'm sorry, my money was dropped. All the honesty will bash out to see the money, big money. And if he found the suitcase full of money, bundles of the rupees, then he never goes. He never go anywhere. He take the suitcase and go in his house very secretly and put that suitcase, and all honesty and all morality wash out. My dear friend, I know a person in the Jhabua. He was found a suitcase in the train, and he put that suitcase 3 years in his house, and after 3 years he make his building. And what is the name of the title of the building? The Grace of Suitcase, Suitcase Kripa. He named that building Suitcase Kripa. My dear friend, the similar thing in the politics. When a person is simple worker, he is very honest and very nice worker, he make the place. I'm not telling for this time, I'm telling for before time. And when he become the minister, prime minister, cabinet minister, defense minister, finance minister, then he never care the nation, never care the society, never care the public. He accumulate lot of money anyhow. And he never care the newses of scandals and the court and the opposite party, never care. He knows very well that the system is correct, and he will give the money and he will escape very nicely. My dear friend, I am not the criticizer of a political party or person, but I am telling that is Dhanu Agrahi. I want to tell one thing more. In the terrorist group, by the grid of money, I will give you, your family, 20 lakhs rupees. The person be ready for the human bomb. This is also Dhanu Agrahi. That is the extreme. That is the extremely malicious form of Dhanu Agrahi. So everywhere the persons are worshipping the money and the internal sensory organs, antakaran, mind, intellect and egos worship. Not their worship of the God, because they do not know the God. So from the monks to the from the monks to the devils, they are the dominancy of money. My dear friend, I think that you can well understand about the Dhanu Agrahi. And I will repeat, if you are continuously living in this mesmerism or hypnotism of the money, my dear friend, you will go in the snake birth, in the next birth. So the last word of Ahi is giving you the warning. A real saint never Dhanu Agrahi. Even I go by the aeroplane, but that is not bad, because when I take the meditation camp, I don't want to be so much tired in the 10 journey, 12 hours, 14 hours. My body is sophisticated because I am living in mostly sophisticated level of Atma Jnana. I am not a tenacity, I am not a tapasvi. But I do not asking to any luxury thing for me, like the throne of the gold, and like the person will take my palki on their shoulder. As you see, the many saint, they are pulling their palkis on the shoulder of their disciples. My dear friend, we are taking the next brother of the Kauravas, and I want to say in this Dhanu Agrahi, please be careful. Money is the tool, money is the ladder, money is not all. I say if you want to meditation, but you should money for eating 2 times of your meal. You should need a very good place for sleeping, but don't accumulate money more than your necessity. My dear friend, I want to say, as the government need budget for the welfare of the nation and different provinces, he want to give the aid by that budget. UP, Bihar, MP, other. So if I want to spread this meditation technique all over the world, so my trust want money, but that money is not Dhanu Agrahi. Because there is no grid. There is the service, motive of the service. As we are going for United States America, and there is inauguration of a meditation center in the New York, or a meditation center in the New Jersey and other places, Puerto Rico. So why we do not starting this meditation center all over the world and all over all the cities? Because this meditation will give you the awareness, and you will never be the Dhanu Agrahi. You will be conquer your all internal karmas. That's why we make a trust, and that's why I do not interfere my personal interest in the trust. I can earn money for my food and my shelter and my living. If the all monks of the India, they earn the money for themselves and they do the services for the society, I say that no need of earn money. They have lot of money, they can use the welfare of the society. The other person is running the institutions, education institutions, other religious person. But our person, they are not running institutions. They are running temples. They are accumulation the money and don't want to spread that money in the society. I am giving the teaching to all religious person of this India or the world also. If you are getting money from the lovers and the seekers of the God, please spread this money all over the world, the social work, the help of poor, the help in education, the help in health, the help of primary things, the water and other. But I want to say, there must be awareness for environment. The people cutting the trees continuously. The fools do not know that cutting a tree is equal to cutting 100 persons. If you are cutting a tree, you are killing 100 persons. But what can we do? They are not understanding. And the foolish persons, they are debating on the channel the fire in the forest of the Uttarakhand and the Himachal Pradesh. This is the prime work to stop that fire. No need of discussion. Go and do the services there. But unfortunately, the intellectuals of India, they are too much foolish person. They only debating and wasting the time and making the fools of other. They don't want to do anything. Which channel has given the donation for Latur crisis, which channel has given the donation to day disaster, natural disasters? Nobody is giving. So I say they are all Dhanu Ugra Ahi. Now I am telling the, before I take the Durmad, we will take the next discourse in Durmad. Thank you very much. Love you very much.